So this time last year, I gave myself the challenge of transforming my physique using only kettlebells. So in total, I did 54 days. Every single workout that I did was completely different. The main goal was to see how far I can push my body, how many workouts can I come up with, and how much can I change my physique using only kettlebells. And this is something that I was posting on TikTok Monday to Friday. The only times I was resting was Saturday, Sunday. And I quickly discovered that this is a very aesthetic way of training. You don't need much. It's a very minimalistic approach. All you need is a few kettlebells. And it gained a lot of traction in a very short amount of time. People were enjoying it because they were curious, okay, well, how far can I take it? Looking back on it now, if I had to take one thing away from that kind of training, it's the fact that it put me in a flow state. I was occupied, my mind was busy, there was no time to wonder, there was no time to think. All you have to think about is rhythm, composure, technique, and I realised now that that put me in a very meditative state. However, that kind of training, it has its drawbacks, because you have to get the technique spot on. One rep too many or one rep done wrong, and that's it. Your back goes, your shoulder goes. There's just too many risks of injury. However, now what I'm trying to do is apply that kind of minimalistic approach, meditative state, using minimal equipment. And recently I've been experimenting with the TRX suspension training mainly. And I've realized that is my transition. Kettlebells are still a big part of my training. However, a little bit more slow and controlled. I'm not looking to bear myself out all the time. There's days where, okay, I've got too much excess energy, I need to get rid of it. However, there's also days where I just want to meditate in motion, think about my breath. And I found that the suspension trainer is the key to that. Now, for any of you that have watched my TikToks or have watched my YouTube Reels, I wanted to ask you what kind of made you interested in kettlebells. Is it the fact that they are so minimal and you can do it at home, you can do it anywhere? Is it that kind of style of training? Would you ever consider implementing like a TRX or bands or just body weight movements along with some kettlebell flow?